But we are moved when we see the families and also the holy leader of the whole movement, the whole religion. That they are not angry, they are not indignant, they don't want to take vengeance. They have the message of love. I knew him, he knew me. I knew his mission, he knew my mission. And we were very connected, very fully and deeply. Because it is the destiny of the whole continent of Africa. Everybody knows Africa is very important. Everybody knows that in Africa, Congo is the most important. But most people don't know, in the heart of the heart, there is the new area that is very ancient. The mother of human civilization comes from this area. And the soul of Africa and of humanity. If this civilization rises, the whole world will rise. No more in political fighting. I was very moved to see even the rural area, even the villages, the old, the young, the woman, the women, all singing together hymns. Yeah. The concept of New Jerusalem is not a physical location. Is the mind that is in peace, in unity, in communication and elevation. I want to make sure this will happen.
Makamonisa boni kwa mipengo keke nyonso komona yo ekoe mama na miloko na biso mama yonde ojali mama ya mabota basi makamoni ya mapepo na biso batumwini kasi tango yoboya bakosepela na biso kaka santa ekomota makambo enene.
Mbote na bino ba ndeko balandi na mokili mobimba bisika bozali mbote ba africain mbote mokili mobimba bino ba ebo zwili baku ya kolanda biso bapandi sango uta mboka nkamba uta wapi tobelemaki na mobembo oyo tosile kolakisa bino na ba image na ndenge bapaya tata molimo sontu solo bongo babutaki bipai na bipai po tokoma na mboka Yelusalemi ya sika ya mokolo molelo to pe ya poko ya lelo ezali solo bongo entretien oyo ezali kosangisa solo bongo ba média en ligne ondakisa le Nazarien na ngambo na ngai ndenge bozali komona ndeko na ngai na loboko ya mwasi maman Tiffany elongo na menga makimbango télévision wapi epai tozalaki na kati na équipe ya communication oyo to accompagner ki solo bapata molimo sontu kolongwa na aéroport kokoma awa omboka ankamba maman Tiffany mbote na bino
mbote na yo mama Fanani
elongo to pesipe mbote solo bongo bonsoir na docteur Farzam Kamalabadi oyo azali invité d'honneur haute personnalité ya tata mokonzi ya bule. Bonsoir docteur.
Bonsoir, how are you doing?
I'm fine. Bandeko balandi bino baye bozali kolanda biso na mokili mbawe ba ete entretien ya poko ya lelo ezali solo bongo telemela na ntina moko te na ntina ya solo bongo masolo a wiklo oyo n'est-ce pas docteur Farzam Kabalabadi azalaki na yango elongo na délégation na ye mobimba na kati ya résidence ya tata mokonzi ya bule nanga mona biso zali komona ndeko na biso maman Sylvie ko servir biso d'interprète na kati ya entretien oyo ko kende penza solo bongo molai mingi te maman Tiffany bongo te ko kendele.
ya solo tozali apo na yango ndenge outi koloba na ebandeli ya émission na biso tozali presse oyo toaccompagne équipe ya monene ya bapaya pamba toyebi ete sango mpenza to mpe lokolo ebetamaki ute pa ya papa na nkamba ete kobenga bana na ye ete azoyamba bapaya na ye nde ntina ememaki biso awa liso tokobeta awa eza mosusu te kaka oyo ezalaki ya wiklo pamba te bato ya bamoni bilili me kasi oyo ya wiklo nde bato bayebi te tokomeka na moke koyiba mwa makanisi ya oyo ezalaki na kati ndeko falana
matoto mingi maman Tiffany docteur Farzam Kabalabadi totambola kina bino nous avons marché ensemble na ba différents sites ya nkamba eluseleni ya sika mbuko evandi tata nzambe nkolo yesu pe tata molimo centre.
We went around and we traveled many different historical sites.
Nde na nsima na yango tosila kokota bongo na résidence mpona masolo oyo etalaki mobembo na bino awa na mboka ya nkamba toyebi ete ezalaki a wiklo oyo tata mokonzi ya bula abimisaki na bacameraman na service ya sécurité mpo ete masolo yango ezalaki mpenza motuya mingi il y a des choses oyo ezali sekele na kati kasi ekozala mpe malamu mingi mboka kotalisa biso na mwa mokuse ya entretien yango mpona ezali mpe na intérêt ya bandeko bayindo bayi kolanda na mokili mobimba pamba te boyinde na cause ya baafricain bali na mokili mobimba.
After going through the historical sites, we went back into the residence to talk to Papa Simon Kimon, the spiritual chief, and we know that all the leaders have to come out. But just brief introductory, maybe a secret you can give us of the talks that you had with the Papa Simon Kimon, the Holy Spirit, so that we can share with the whole African community.
Great. Thank you to be your guest.
Merci, Madame Boyadinga.
And it is a very special experience because we are in Africa, in Congo, and in the New Jerusalem, which is a holy city. And it was very special to go to the historic sites. This is where divine inspiration and revelation are all over. There are many magics, miracles, works of God. There is very much glory, standing for the right of the Africans and the black race. Many sacrifices, many martyrdoms. The whole movement that has influenced the whole of the Congo, independence, and the freedom of the human spirit, human rights. And it is where prophecies have been made. And most of the prophecies are in the process of fulfillment. So we saw the airport land, a natural stretch of the airport bond, and it is all on rock naturally, and an airplane landed there starting from 2015. So yes, it is not at all officially constructually built, but we will see also that it will be built and there will be many nations coming to this land. But we also saw the praise that not only Papa Simon was captured and also was in chains and was, but the moving part is when 37,000 families, and that means 150,000 people were slaughtered, were actually martyred.
Loko toshaki biso makasi ezata otomonaki esika 37,000 familles bakangamaki mona ezali 150,000 martyrs babomaki bango mpona likambo oyo.
But we are moved when we see the families and also the holy leader of the whole movement, the whole religion.
Pe toshaki biso eza tomonaki badescendant ya bafamille relégué
That they are not angry, they are not
tomonaki ke bazalaki na kanda te
indignant, they don't want to take vengeance.
bazali na posa ya kose venger te
They have the message of love,
baza na message ya bolingo
law,
bayebi mibeko
and action.
te baza mposa misala
They talk about that this New Jerusalem
bazolobela yerusalemi ya sika
is the source of peace,
ezali source ya kimia
that we invite Americans,
ke bozoinvite baaméricain
we invite the whole world
bozopengisa mokili mobimba
to come here,
po ete baya awa
build the nation,
po ete totonga nation
exchange,
to s'échanger
create innovation,
to créer innovation
build the rural areas,
to tonga mboka
and create peace.
pe to créer kimia
This is a model of any nation.
oyo ezali modele ya nation
We want to make sure that this is reality.
toza na mposa tosala ete nyonso wana ekoma réalité
And I am very happy
naza na esengo makasi
that Papa Simon,
ke papa simon
whom I had not met until yesterday,
oyo na nakutanaka na ye te
who had not met me until yesterday,
ye mpe atika kokutana
but on very high spiritual levels, invisible levels,
molimo
in the invisible world,
na monde invisible
yeah, in the world that is invisible, that means the spiritual world.
na monde spirituel
I knew him,
nayebaki
he knew me.
ye mpe ayebaki nga
I knew his mission,
nayebaki mission
he
na
knew my
ye
mission,
mpe ayebaki mission na nga
and we were very connected,
tozalaki très connecté
very fully and deeply,
tozalaki très connecté
because it is the destiny of the whole continent of Africa,
continent mobimba afrique
is raising 1.5 billion people out of poverty.
po tobimisa 1,5 milliard ya bato balongwa na pauvreté
And also creating peace between the West and the East and the North and the South.
tocrée mpe kimia entre baeuropéen na baaméricain kimia eza na mokili
And it is moving
ezoyi
to
kotambola
know that he thought, and I thought the same,
eloko eza kitoko eza koyeba ke ye akanisaki nga oyo nga nakanisaki
that all this will happen
te nyonso oyo ekosalema
only in 10 years.
nyonso wana ekose réaliser en 10 ans
He said,
alobaki
in this generation,
na génération oyo
fourth
na
generation
4e
in the
génération
history of the religion,
na histoire ya religion
no need to wait for future generations.
toza na besoin kozela bagénération future te
He is a truthful saint.
azali saint ya solo
He is very open.
azali mpena moto aza motema polele
We will not have fifth generation
toza na 5e génération
of leaders if we don't finish the job now.
soki ezosisi mosala wana te
So I was very much moved.
donc nazalaki très émotionnel
So it's about the destinies of the whole of humanity.
donc tozobongisa destiné ya humanité mobimba
Everybody knows Africa is very important.
bato nyonso bayebi ke afrique ezali très important
Everybody knows that in Africa, Congo is the most
bato
important.
nyonso bayebi ke na afrique congo nde moto eza mboka eza le plus important
But most people don't know, in the heart of the heart, there is the new area that is very ancient. The mother of human civilization comes from this area.
me bayebi te ke na kati ya motema mare ya civilisation eza nde awa
Is the heart
awa nde motema
and the soul
awa nde molimo
of Africa and of humanity.
ya afrique mpe ya l'humanité
If this civilization rises,
soki civilisation oyo etombami
the whole world will rise
mokili mobimba mpe ekotombama
in unity, in peace,
na
in
unité,
oneness,
na paix na bomoko
in development,
na développement
in building the future of human
na
civilization.
kotonga future ya civilisation humaine
No more in racialism or religious fighting.
racisme te toni susu bitumba te
No more in political fighting.
toni susu bitumba politique te
I was very moved to see even the rural area, even the villages, the old, the young, the woman, the women, all singing together hymns. Yeah.
eloko sepesenga eza na kati ya bavillage namoni balikolo namoni bajeune namoni bana mike basangani bazoyemba na bomoko na kati ya Yerusalemu.
This is a community of 30-40 million people.
Oyo eza communauté ya 30 ya 40 millions de personnes.
All of them are in prayers.
Bango nyonso baza na kati ya mabondeli.
All of them sing in harmonies,
Bango nyonso bazokoyemba na harmonie.
the divine melodies.
Bamélodie divine.
All of them welcome.
Bango nyonso bakoya.
All of them shake and wave hands.
Bango nyonso bazopepa bazo.
The children, they
Bana mike pe
come
bazoyambana.
with you.
Bazoyambana.
This is no strangers.
Bayebaki ke oyo azali étranger te.
Every house that they build,
Bandako nyonso oyo batongaki.
every new house they build,
Bandako nyonso ya sika oyo batongi.
2 rooms for the family,
So botongi ndako ya mibale.
the 3rd room, extra room for strangers.
So botongi ndako bachambre mibale ozala mpona famille moko eozala mpona bapaya.
This is the nation that invites strangers,
Nation oyo ebengisaka bato ya libanda.
does not know strangers.
Bango bayebi baétranger te.
Every stranger is family.
Baétranger nyonso baza famille.
They can be from any color.
Bakoki kozala balu.
They can be Chinese, German,
Chinois, kozala
American, Latino.
kozala pe américain, latin.
They give them land free
Bakopesa bango mabele.
and you build your own house.
Tonga bandako na bango moko.
So they have open citizenship.
Donc baza très ouvert.
Yeah, the citizenship. So I am very moved.
Donc baza vraiment très.
The concept of New Jerusalem
Concept ya Yerusalemu ya sika.
is not a physical location,
Ezali localisation physique te.
it's the mind
Ezali nde na kata
that is in peace,
kimia.
in unity,
Eza na bomoko.
in communication,
Eza na communication.
and elevation.
Na élévation.
I want to make sure this will happen.
Naza kosala nasala nyonso po ete ekoka kokisama.
The custodians of the divine race, the family
Bafamille
Papa Simon,
bafamille ya Papa Simon.
they have kept it, that culture.
Babombaki culture wana.
So we want to make sure that the world will know about the New Jerusalem, and New Jerusalem will go to the world.
Toza na posa mokili mobimba bayeba Yerusalemu ya sika pe Yerusalemu ya sika ekende na mokili mobimba.
Maybe the name Kimbango is new to people.
Ta mosusu Kongo Kimbango eza sika na mato ya bato.
Maybe the followers, Kimbangist, they don't know who they are.
Ta mosusu bato ya libanda bayebi ba Kimbangiste te.
This is a peaceful religious community.
Oyo ezali religion moko ya kimia.
It's a combination between the African culture
Entre culture africaine
and the Christian civilization.
na civilisation chrétienne.
Yeah, so anyway, this is my little learnings.
Yango nde nayekoli awa.
So, thank you.
Matondo mingi, Dr Farzan. Parlons de la spiritualité.
Let's talk about spirituality.
Vous et nous, tout à l'heure, pendant notre visite à l'aéroport,
You and us,
nous avons vu des signes apparaître dans les cieux.
we saw some signs appearing in the sky.
Est-ce que avez-vous eu l'occasion de demander à sa divinité, Papa Simon Kimbangu Kiangani, ce que ça signifiait?
Yes, actually, we did definitely come in the spirit that there is signs matching.
Biso ntango toyaki toyebaki ke spirituellement babilembo eza ya kokokama.
Because we are the fulfillment of prophecies.
Po biso tozali oyo prophétie oyo papa Simon Kimbangu Kiangani.
And the prophecies knew about us coming.
Prophétie eyebaki kitokolia.
And yesterday at the temple,
Lobi na kati ya temple,
as me and my delegations we entered,
ntango ngai na délégation na ngai nakotaki,
the rain started.
mbula ebandaki.
And I was moving for the rain to increase.
sala ba geste ya kosala ke mbula eya susu makasi.
and then decrease.
Après nasala ba geste po ete mbula ekoka kosila.
So that this meeting of the souls of the invisible world can happen in front of the eyes of 30,000 people.
Bokutani ya monde invisible na monde visible ekosalema na miso ya mokili mobimba.
And millions of people watched it.
Et puis ba millions bato batali yango.
Here, foreigners and white and the black, they are united.
Awa ba étranger ba minene na bato mwindu baza na bomoko.
In prophecy,
Na kati ya prophétie.
in the destiny of Africa.
Na destin ya Afrique.
And then today,
Lelo
we go to a location of prophecy,
tokie na site moko ya prophétie.
and there are 3 signs together.
Et puis tomoni bilebo misato na bomoko.
We see the sun.
Tomoni moi,
Of course, in the day there is sun.
bien sûr na kati ya journée moi bimaka toujours.
But we see the sun and the moon
Mais tomoni moi, tomoni pe na sanza.
and the rainbow.
Après tomoni pe arc-en-ciel.
And there is no rain.
Mais mbula ebetite.
The rain was from yesterday.
Mbula ezalaki ya lobi.
The rainbow is today.
Lelo mbula ezalaki.
And the rainbow was constant.
Lelo arc-en-ciel ebimaki.
On the cloud. The cloud was constant. The cloud wasn't moving.
Ba sanza ba nuage ba bojete.
When the cars moved long way up and down, the rainbow was very small piece rainbow in the same place.
To bana utambula tambula ina kata mituka.
You don't
Arc-en-ciel wana
see-
ebana ko bojete etikeli ka place moko ezaki pe arc-en-ciel ya moke.
You never see a rainbow that doesn't move.
Nan tomona arc-en-ciel oyo ebojaka te.
One location, very short but very clear
Etikeli
rainbow.
ka na position moko mais ezalaki moke.
And our European Papa Simon, the young Papa Simon, he took it on the video.
Na biso Papa Simon na biso ya européen Papa Simon ya jeune akangaki yango na bilili na ye.
He is from the white race, but he's very humble.
Auti na race ya bindele mais azali très sage.
God loves unity.
Nzambe alingi unité.
So we saw the moon, the sun, the rainbow, the cloud, the rain, the people.
Tomoni arc-en-ciel, tomoni pe bato.
Yeah. You see, this is a sign that our joint venture, I call it our joint
Oyo ezali
initiatives,
ke bo sangani na biso
one by one will happen.
nyonso oyo elobamaka ekosalema.
This is a union
Oyo ezali unité
that will bring a lot of results.
oyo tomema ba résultat ebele.
Yeah. The result is for the I have a movement.
Naza na mouvement
It's called the Surprise Rise of Africa.
kombo nango eza l'évolution surprise de l'Afrique.
So the whole of Africa must rise and will rise.
Il faut etombama epe ekotombama.
Will rise in power, in money, in wealth,
pouvoir,
in distribution,
na richesse
will be equal
nyonso ekozala
with
ezala égal.
US, Europe, China,
Ekozala pe
India,
égal ndenge moko na Amérique ndenge moko mpe na Chine.
and will be a leader in the world
Biso nde
community.
tokoma première puissance na kati ya mokili.
It feels impossible.
Ezomona neti ozala impossible.
It feels Africa is too low.
Ezomona neti Afrique eza trop na se.
No, it is very high.
Mais Afrique eza vraiment likolo.
So the Africans
Ba africain
will be surprised.
baokama.
Wow, we have money, we have wealth, we have everything.
Bawa toza na mbongo tokomi na bomemo toza na nyonso.
We have better roads, we have hospitals, we have
banzela malamu tokomi na bahôpital ya malamu.
all of this will happen in 10 years all over Africa.
Ekosalema en 10 ans na Afrique mobimba.
Papa Simon and Kimbangis, they know it, they believe in it.
Bayebi yango mpe bandimaka yango.
Myself, Farzam Kamalabadi,
Farzam Kamalabadi
and Future Trends,
na groupe na biso Future Trends.
we know that, we believe in that.
Mpe tondimaka yango.
We started the movement
Tobandaki mouvement yango.
over 1.5 years ago.
Tobandaki mouvement yango une année passée.
I was also inspired by God
Nazwaki mpe inspiration ya Nzambe
to write
po ete nakoma.
the Future Trends Africa Manifesto.
Nakoma Future Trends Africa Manifesto.
It's very humble, but very powerful.
Ezali très humble mais très fort.
We are not against anyone.
Toza contre moto te.
We invite everyone.
Tobengisi bato nyonso.
But Africa must rise.
Mais Afrique il faut etombama.
The world must open the room. The world must welcome Africa as a leader with happy jubilation. An Africa that is not a burden on humanity. N'est-ce pas burden, negative. An Africa that is contributor to the world. Africa that is not receiver, is giver. Africa that is the source. That work hard. Produce money. Give money out. Africa that will give foreign aid. Outbound. To Europe. To Latin America. To Asia. Africa always contributed to the world. Whether contributed in spirituality, in songs and music and rhythm, or mineral resources, or human creativity. Why the world wants Africa to be low? The whole world must come and help Africa to rise. They must come with humility. They must come to contribute and win their profit. They must come 100 times more. But they must build the local enterprises, the local youth, the local initiative. They must develop the mining. They take little, fair share. Balanced way, but give good price for the good.
Matondo mingi ndenge naesaki bino solo bongo nazali ngai moko te nazali na elongo na ndeko na ngai maman Tiffany ya le Nazarien. Je pense que maman Tiffany elobeli ezali ombuka wa bino na tina ya entretien na biso ya poko ya lelo sema ya audience a huis clos oyo monsieur Kabalabadi elongo na équipe na délégation mobimba bazalaki na ngwe pa tata mokonzi wa bule avu.
Atondo ndeko Falan ya koyebete ndenge tozwi ndeko Frazam masolo ya huis clos ezali bayike to pe ba africain baza pe na bamituna oyo koleka bango na kati lokola tozwi ndeko Frazam tika to poussa bouchon po ete tozwa boyebi natali ye ya solo ndeko Frazam naza na mituna ebele ya kotuna yo pamba te na monoko na yo ezali kaka Afrique.
Many questions to ask you, and I see that within your words, all you talk about is Africa.
Ya solo Afrique o koloba lelo ndeko Frazam ekutani na bapasi ebele lolengo yebi.
I think Africa that you're talking about today is full of many hurts.
Kasi motuna na ngana ya liboso ezali ya oto kozala na yo na papa Simon Kimbangu na yambelo oyo ayambaki yo na kati na résidence na ye opesaki ye cadeau opesi papa Simon Kimbangu cadeau.
When you went to see Papa Simon Kimbangu, you gave him a gift.
Na kati ya cadeau wana okomi mukieme olobi ebele.
So within that gift, you wrote something very small, but that meant a lot.
Ya makasi oyo esenge na bato koyeba olobi ete papa Simon Kimbangu oza nzambe.
So what was strong is what you said. You said Papa Simon Kimbangu is God.
Avant ya kokoma na yo awawa osi osali cadeau bongisi yango banda kuna obengi papa Simon Kimbangu nzambe ozwi inspiration wana wapi?
Before you came here, you made that gift. And then within that gift, you said Papa Sinukiban was God. Where did you get that inspiration?
Yes, what I wrote was my own poetry.
Oh, nakomaki ezaki poème nangamoko.
Yeah, we know that God is invisible.
Toyebi nzambe azali invisible.
We know that God is the essence of all essences.
Toyebi nzambe azali essence ya ba essence nyonso.
Yeah, nobody in the human form is the essence of God.
Mutata moko te na biso akoki kozali nzambe.
But they can be manifestation of God.
Mais maliba ekoki kozba oto okoki komona eza ba manifestation ya nzambe.
Or the reflection
To ba réflexion
of God and reflection of God's will.
To ba représentation ya nzambe, représentation ya o nzambe alingi.
So I knew that he is from the divine source. And the soul is not in this world, it's in the other world. I don't look at the body. I don't look at the face. I look at the soul inside. So I wrote, thou art from the realms above. That means you are from the realms above. You are the Lord of the 10,000 worlds. That's the Chinese way of saying. You are already in the other world. You are almost the analogy of a king. So why we will want to wait in this, the dust, abode of dust? So you come from the other world to this world for a divine mission, for a destiny. So this is a reminder that the physical world must reflect the perfections of the kingdom of God. So in the kingdom of God, there is only peace, no fighting. In the realm of God, everyone is elevated. Nobody is put down and then put in chains and put in. Okay, bring the qualities of the kingdom to this earth. That's why I say you are from the realms above. The land, the village, the resources, all we have, we don't own them. We are custodians. We build it for the people, for the children, for future generations. We build it to, we call develop the souls, the minds, the spiritual qualities. So this is what I see in Papa Simon, the grandfather, the third son, the second son, and now his son. They are creating peace and unity. So the result speaks for itself. Yeah, I am an outsider. I didn't know about this system. Oh, I'm not promoting to say, oh, now the whole world, you come and believe in one system. But I'm saying that what I see is useful, peaceful, fruitful, positive, and it has power to improve Africa. I call it the exaltation of the nation. Elevation. Yeah.
Par rapport à l'Afrique, le lingo est en Afrique, au tambola en Afrique, ce qui est l'eau Afrique est côté à la cime. Pour na yo, ezali pona nini? Pona nini Afrique etikali kaka na se?
Always say we have why is Africa always below everything else?
Et puis eloko mosusu na kobakisa na yango olobaki na église lobi na temple ke otomboli Chine
That you help China rise.
et que olingi pe otombola pe Afrique
Now you want to help Africa rise.
et que Afrique ekozala plus fort kopesa vraiment makasi na koleka na oyo osalaki na Chine.
You'll be able to make Africa rise even more than China.
eloko ni esutukisi yo ka na 2023 oyo akosala eloko oyo ekoleka Afrique ekoya kolekela Chine. Est-ce que makanisi mosusu ebombami na nsima te po Afrika anyokami mingi?
So what has made you, what has pushed you to decide to come and do in Africa what you did for China? Is there anything hidden behind that?
Nini déjà pasala pour na Afrique o déjà sala ekopesa biso pe espoir to pesa lisusu koliki ya makasi?
What have you already done for Africa so that you can give us hope to believe that you really can do this for Africa?
Thank you. You gave me 4 questions.
Merci. Au-delà de 4
Very serious questions. So I answer as I get the inspiration.
Donc, on va répondre selon l'inspiration qu'on a reçue.
First, yes. 42 years ago, I got also a vision.
Donc, il y a des bossos, 42 ans passés, il n'a jamais quitté Dieu.
I got a voice from God,
On a eu qu'une voix en Dieu.
and I wrote it
Et
in my diary. I was 20 years old. 2 lines in my language, Persian language. And I wrote, چین بیدین تسخیر شد و آفریقای پرغوغا نیز همچنین. That's in my poetry, in the rhyme. It's written that it is written چین بیدین تسخیر شد, means the irreligious China has now been spiritually conquered.
Et il dit que la Chine a maintenant été conquérée.
Yeah, the China that did not have religion, did not have God, now is become risen and will become more and more spiritual. That means it is rising and it will be in the world community and it will become more global. And I wrote about it. And I said, the Africa that is tumultuous, that is full of ups and downs, full of that is now peaceful and export or the cause of peace of the world. 1981, 42 years ago, I wrote this. So I knew I go to China and I help China rise. All the laser zoom on China rise, I bring to Africa and Africa rise. And I went to China and I did it. And I come to Africa and I will do it. Chinese did it. Africans do it. But I started. But I gave the idea. I made the matrix. I made the system. And the system will move the two go up. In fact, my goal is not just China and Africa. It is the what I call renaissance of humanity, the whole of humanity. But China is important. 1/3 of the world, one fifth of the world was 1.5 billion in China, 1.5 billion in Africa, and 1.5 billion in India.
Population 1,5 million d'habitants en Inde ainsi qu'en Afrique.
So the future trends is not just for Africa.
Donc groupe na biso ya Afrique du Chine eza kaka mpona
China, Africa, India, Latin America, the whole world.
Amérique ezali mpona mokili mobimba.
But now, these 10 years is the time for Africa.
Sikoyo pendant 10 ans ekozala ntango ya Afrique.
And how did I do?
Nasalaki nini?
I wrote
Nakomi
the Future Trends Africa Manifesto.
nakomaki compagnie nanga Future Trend Africa Manifesto.
I have given to 35 African nations.
Ntango nakomi yango napesi yango na 35 nations différentes.
President Tinobo, Vice President Shatima, they studied and they put it in their program also. Even I met President Monongawa and I explained to him, don't sell lithium. Anyone who wants to buy, come invest there. President John Mahama is very much a believer of Future Trends Africa Manifesto. Even now we went to Malawi and 3 former presidents. Yeah, President Muluzi, Mutharika and President Joyce Banda. They are all supporting. The current president also, the vice president also, the Madam Speaker of Parliament also, Madam SPC like a Prime Minister also, all the ministers also, Minister of Finance, Governor of Central Bank, Minister of Digitalization, Minister of Mining, Agriculture. Okay, the same thing in Mozambique. President Chisano is championing this movement. President Gebuza, the former presidents, and all the prime minister, everyone we met. 1 month ago, we made a big summit. 150 Mozambique people there, 20 of my delegation there. So it is a movement going everywhere in Africa. Not only in Africa, the White House also now made the Africa policy become the first. Before, Africa was very low in the policy. Only in 6 months made it first. I went, okay. Me, simple person, I'm a simple person. I went to London, I went to the Queen Elizabeth Hall with the Chancellor of the government of the British. I gave a lecture and 900 people. And I said, the next 10 years to 20 years, the first engine of economy and finance of the world, engine number 1 is Africa, engine number 2 is India. And both of them will rise. US great, China great, but no more. It's now time for Africa and for India. In January 19th, Janet Yellen, the US Treasury Secretary, that is Minister of Finance. Janet Yellen, I had met her 23 years ago. She comes to Dakar, to Senegal, and she make a big statement. The economy and finance of Africa decides and determines and sets the economy and finance of the world. So no more America decides. Not China decides the economy of the world. Africa decides the economy of the world. So this means Africa first. So I created the noise
na creaki makelele wana.
I created the buzz.
Ngani mtasaki buzz wana.
Now the whole world is talking Africa, Africa,
Ko
Africa.
mokili mobimba bazoloba ka Afrika.
Because I started talking Africa, Africa,
Ko
Africa.
ngani na bande koloba ya ka.
And I wrote Africa, Africa,
Na
Africa.
komunika ka Afrika.
And I sent everybody,
Pe na tindili batu nyonso.
and I told Africa,
Pe na yebisaki Afrika.
you're not $3 trillion economy.
Yo bino kozali ekonomi ya
$3 trillion is Shanghai. One city is $3 trillion.
Wana iza pona Shanghai.
You're 54 nations.
Bino kozala 54.
Shanghai is 20 million.
Bango baza 20 millions.
You are 1.5 billion.
Bino kozala population.
Your economy is not $3 trillion.
Ekonomi na bino kozala na sete na niveau.
Even today it is, but it is not. Your economy is $60 trillion.
Bino faut kozala ekonomi ya 60 trillions de dollars.
And I show how you make
Et
it.
puis na si bango ndeni boko
I have
sa.
a plan,
Naza na plan,
I have a model,
naza na modèle,
I have a system,
naza na système.
and I wrote it.
Pe na combien mo.
And I'm going one by one country to show how to do it.
Pe na zo kino tamba ba mboka nyonso pona la tsaba.
So the more they are listening, the more they are implementing, the more results we will
Yoki
get.
ba yoki, soki ba implémenter yango ekosalema.
So the answer,
Donc réponse c'est un
yes, I was inspired.
oui, nazalaki inspiré.
Yes, it happened in the case of China.
Oui, esalemaki na Chine.
Yes, in Africa it will also happen.
Pe ekosalema na Afrique.
And it will be clear.
Pe ekozala clair
10 years,
dans 10 ans.
$60 trillion.
L'économie à 60 millions de dollars.
Congo, 50 billion, 50 billion.
Na Congo, ekozala 50 milliards de dollars.
Too little, too little.
L'économie na Congo eza 50 milliards de dollars, eza trop na se.
Go back up, $5 trillion.
Donc soki tobandi koavancer ekokoma elongwi 50 milliards ekoma 5 trillions de dollars.
50 billion, 60 billion, 70 billion, 100 billion, very little. Double.
60, 70, 80, 100 milliards eza na se mpona mboka.
200, 300, 400, 500 billion, too little.
300 milliards,
10x.
500 milliards eza même wana pe eza na se mpona mboka na ndimi.
From 50 to 500 billion to 1 trillion to 5 trillion.
Donc de 60 à 100 kobata likolo yango nde photo visé.
I cannot do it alone.
Nga nakoki kosala ngo moko te.
Yeah, Papa Simon and me and the people and the government
Na gouvernement.
all together. Yes, we will do.
Tokoki kosala ngo
100% we will
100
do.
personnes tokoki kosala ngo.
The sign was there.
Elembo emonana.
Rainbow, moon, sun, land, people,
Moi sanza arc-en-ciel na bato.
and God's decision.
Pe ezalaki
It's
décision.
not me,
Ezalaki décision na
it's
mate.
God's
Ezalaki
decision.
décision ya Nzambe.
God's will.
Ezalaki volonté ya Nzambe.
ya solo motuna na ngai ya suka oyo te nazongisela mama falona ya maloba papa frazam tokoyoka wana maloba ya solo tokosilisa yo te oyo eza ya solo pamba te mituna eza ebele me lelo tongi tosuka na motuna na ngai ya suka.
There's many questions, but this is the last question that I have for you.
I will answer another question before you
On va
ask.
répondre à la question, ce soit avant ou toute la question.
Today's Africa,
Afrique et l'élo,
even in here,
même
even in the villages,
dans la tête à la village,
not enough road,
Bantila ezate,
not enough electricity,
courant, Yamalongo ezate,
some places not even food, enough food.
ça ici comme ce biloko olia pe ezate.
You say, is it really possible to go up?
Bozomi tuna est-ce que c'est vraiment possible de
Yes.
pour mata, mais oui.
China was like that.
Chine pe ezalaki bongo.
Even Japan was
Même
like that
Japon,
after World War II.
Japon pe ezalaki bongo.
They built it.
Mais batongi,
It's called wealth
babenga
is not given to you.
ke bomingo
Yeah.
et bakopesa bino bomingo te.
Yeah, wealth is not handed over.
Bomingo eza te ke bapesaka bino.
Wealth is not philanthropy.
Bomingo eza en philanthropie te.
Wealth, you build it, you generate
Il
it.
faut otonga ngo, il faut ogénérer ngo.
So my answer before the question is that
Et ya noanga
Africa's rise is 100%.
donc évolution ya Afrique eza 100%.
Even today, it doesn't show.
Ata soki ezomona na lelo te,
It takes the mind, the soul, the God's will together, it will happen.
solo ndeko Frazam papa Simon Kimbangu amemelaki biso biloko misato.
Papa Simon Kimbangu brought us three things:
religion, politique et puis scientifique.
and science.
Ba pouvoir misato.
These three powers.
Oyo esengeli efanda pe esalema na Congo en particulier puis en Afrique en général.
Now, build Congo and the whole Africa.
Koyoka yo koloba to koyoka na kati na yo nzambe na kati.
Hearing you can see that God is within you.
Tozoka na kati ya maloba na yo politique na kati.
So within your word we can sense politics.
Na kati ya munoko na yo toyoka pe scientifique.
And within your word we can see this science.
Soki esengeli na bato bapositionne yo mpo topesa yo lisusu motema baafricain bandimela yo.
So if it's needed for people to position you,
Pamba
understand you.
pamba te tokoloba ete baya libanda bazobi baafricain mingi bakosi baafricain mingi bato ya libanda
Because people from outside have been lying to Africans for too long.
bakoya na nguba me bazwi saki mobimba bake nango.
So they will come with something small and in return take a whole big bag of wealth.
Kobanga na mitema baafricain me bafungoli mpe miso deja.
So we Africans are scared, but now our eyes are open.
Bayelaki biso bibilia
They brought us Bible
kasi na se babeti makambo ebele mpo ete afrique elala na se.
a lot so that African can be low.
Tozoyeba bisika tokopositionne te par rapport ya maloba ya papa Simon Kimbangu oyo ayelaki
Where
biso.
we can position you based on the words of Papa Simon.
Ozali nani? Politicien,
Are you politician?
scientifique
Are you scientist?
ou bien ozali religion.
Or are you religious?
Po ete tosunga biso toyeba
So that we can understand.
kopesa osu motema. Merci.
This is very important
Oui, c'est très important.
because it's not about my identity.
Et ça, les cambo identité na ngate.
It's about my motive.
Et ça, les cambo motivation na ngate.
This is very important.
Oh, c'est important de moi.
Okay? In political,
Na kata politique,
I position myself clear.
na se positionner très clairement.
I'm independent,
Na ça indépendant,
I'm neutral,
na ça neutre,
and I'm supra.
puis na ça supérieur.
That means I don't belong to any party.
Na ça na faire partie d'un parti à ta
I don't represent the interest of any nation.
représente pas intérêt à une nation à ta côté.
I don't get money from the national security of any country.
Na zwa kambongo na sécurité ya mboka ta côté.
And all of them know me.
Bango nyonso bayebina.
And all of them know I'm clear.
Bango nyonso bayebi ke na za.
And all of them became friends.
Pe bango nyonso bakomi ba.
And all of them know I am about the interest of all of them.
Bayebi pe ke nga intérêt na nga.
Not taking this side, that side, that side. That's why I say independent and supra. So they all join me because I'm not a threat to anyone. About economy and money,
Sur l'économie na mbongo,
yes, I make money.
oui, na kotsa mbongo.
Yes, I make big money.
Oui, na kotsa mbongo ebele.
In fact, I make money legitimately,
Mais mbongo na sala kango eza na ndenge moko ya nzela malamu.
but I promised,
Mais na promesse,
and I wrote the promise in the future Trust Africa. Any money I make from Africa,
nyonso oyo na kotsa
I'll keep in Africa.
na ekotika na kata Afrika.
That means any money I make in Congo,
Donc c'est que mbongo nyonso oyo nga na kotsa na kata
I reinvest in Congo.
réinvestir yango na kata Congo.
I don't need to take out.
Naza besoin de sango te.
I already have enough money.
Naza nje na mbongo ebele libanda.
And also I have one value.
Pe naza na valeur moko.
I say, since the day I was born onward,
Depuis mokolo na botamaka,
I need nothing. I need nothing.
nazali na besoin na eloko te.
I was born, after that I need nothing.
Ntango nabotami après wana nazali na besoin ya eloko te.
Everything I want, God gave me.
Nyonso nazali na nango besoin nzambe abanopesanga.
I am zero need.
Naza na baposa ata moko te,
I'm 100% solution.
mais naza solution à 100%.
In fact, I say to Africa,
nalobaki na Afrique.
You are like that.
Yo pe ozali.
You don't need anything.
Oza na besoin eloko.
You have everything.
Oza na nyonso.
You have human capital, you have mining, you have resources, you have agriculture, you have intelligence.
Oza na intelligence.
Don't let them think that you don't have anything.
Kotika te bakalesa ke oza na eloko te.
You don't need, you are 100% solution.
Besoin ata moko te mais oza na solution nyonso.
This thinking, this attitude,
Attitude wana
you become strong. You become independent.
makasi bokoma indépendant.
You don't need to hate any country.
Besoin koyina.
Belgium, I forgive you. France, I forgive you. America, I forgive you. You come, do good job.
Boya bosamusa malamu.
I win, you win.
Biso toganye bino pe boganye.
So there is no need for any other agenda, no hidden
Oza
agenda.
besoin ba agenda mosusu te.
I am very open book.
Naza livre vert.
Yeah, but all the governments, they trust me
Mais ba gouvernement nyonso ba pesa confiance.
because over many, many, many years, they saw who I am.
Po après beaucoup d'années ba moni o na kokai kosala.
Yeah, and we come here not to take anything.
Biso tozoya awa pona ozwa eloko te.
No need to take, we have to contribute.
Zwango te tozali na besoin ya contribuer.
So where you position me, I'm a simple person that is inspired.
Po siko so olingi ko positionner nga naza na ka mutu mo simple mais naza inspiré.
Personally, yes, I'm a religious believer,
Lui azali mutu azali religieux
Yeah.
andimaka.
but I am not also, I'm like anyone else. I need unity of all the religions.
Naza na besoin unité na nyonso.
Yeah.
Voilà, matondo mingi na bino nyonso bozalaki na esengo kolanda biso pe na Dr Farzam Kabala Badi topesi bino totondi bino botondi mingi na ndenge ondimi solo bongo ko zala na entretien na biso na kati ya masolo bozalaki na wana mokonzi ya buli.
Thank you for agreeing to meet with them and talk about what you spoke with the Protestant Fund and Roman School.
My attitude is simple.
Attitude nanga iza simple.
I don't matter.
Nga naza mutu pamba.
It's not about me.
Eza makambo nanga te.
It's about the destiny of Africa.
Tozolobela nde destin ya Afrique.
1.5 billion people.
5 milliards de personnes.
I don't matter. I'm one person.
Nga naza ka mutu moko.
There are many.
Mais bato baza ebele.
And 500 years,
500 ans.
everything told them,
Nyonso elobamaka.
you are below.
Balobaka ke boza.
Now I'm a voice. I tell them, no, 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 you are there.
Boza na sete, boza niveau le.
Nothing wrong with that.
Eza un problème te.
Tokolikia ete tokolikia ete komona bino lisusu na mikolo ezali koya mpona bokokisi ya makambo masa oyo tokoti kolobela na pokwa ya lelo.
We are hoping to see in the days to come that we'll see that everything that you said will come to be done.
Yeah. It will be done with universal participation.
Osalema na participation universelle.
Everyone.
Na bato nyonso.
Matondo mingi na bino baye bozalaki ebele na nsima ya bayetanda na bino mpona kolanda biso na masolo ya pokwa ya lelo. Matondo mingi na maman Tiffany na
matondo
le
pe na
Nazarien.
ndeko Jospin Loanga, matondo pe na ekipe mobimba ya Arc Mbangu, matondo pe na bato nyonso ya Nkamba, matondo pe na Yeme Buso.
Voilà, totondi bino pe botondi maman Sylvie na ndenge osalaki kozala solo bongo elobeli entre biso na Dr Farzam Kamala Badi pe matondo na délégation nyonso oyo basalaki koaccompagner bongo docteur na kati ya mobembo na bango awa na mboka ya Bule maso toyaki ebandaki malamu pe esilisi malamu tokoliki ete lobi na nsima ya kozwa mbote patata mokonzi ya Bule sûrement nzela ekopesama po ete kozonga pamba te audience monene ezali solo bongo kozela ye epai ya tata mokonzi ya ekolo ya mboka République démocratique du Congo. Bokolanda ba émission oyo na nzela ya le Nazarien média en ligne pe menga makimbango télévision oyo accompagné que délégation ya tata mokonzi ya Bule tika ete tata nzambe nkolo sope tata molimo santo soki bakati mokano te tokokutana lisusu mpona kobeta masolo ya émergence ya Afrique pe le peuple du monde entier pamba te tata Simo Kimbangu ayaki solo bongo mpona mokili mobimba totondi bino lisusu botondi Dr Farzam Kamala Badi.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the in-depth interview. Thank you very much. And for the wise questions.
Merci beaucoup, Sylvia. Merci à vous.
Merci beaucoup.
Allez, on dit au revoir.
Au revoir.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Right.